What I want to do is I want to take a look at mudslides. A lot of people don't know much about them. These were trees here at one time. And now we got a big pile of mud down there. This car was hit. Lucky it wasn't buried because they were able to get out. Okay, he's obviously cleaning. He's waiting on the dump truck more than likely. But you'll notice this pile of mud came off the mountain. There's a few trees here, but not many. This is quicksand. When this stuff lets loose and it comes down and it covers your body or it covers your vehicle, the odds of you making it out are very, very slim. It don't matter how much of a Superman you think you are. And even if you try to prepare for something like this, you're not going to. It's better not to get into that position in the first place. Okay? Let me show you this here. Now, a mudslide does not move slow. It's probably one of the fastest things you've ever seen. And to move earth that fast is just unbelievable. Okay? So if you have a look at this, you can see it coming. Look how fast it's going. That's just nuts. Now let me back that up. Now, if you were standing over here, that looks like a decoration. So let's say you're standing out here with your backpack and you're looking at it. You're going to be in awe. And because you stood there and just looking at it, you're dead. You literally have to have a reaction time of go now, run now, go to the side. I mean, look how fast it goes. Now, ideally, if you would have been up on the ridge in the first place and not inside this gully, you would have been fine. Look at that. Now, the woman that took this video, she was out on this veranda taking that video, and it was crazy. I wouldn't be doing that. I would have just been moving. So it's very important when it's raining, when it's horrible, you want to stay above, especially in Tennessee. See how it's coming down? Or you're going to end up dead. If you had a tent put there because it was nice green grass and because you thought, oh, that's a nice place, I'll put it right there, that would be the end of you. A lot of backpacking is common sense where you set up. Now let me show you this. This is a narrow miss. You'll see the guys traveling down the highway. And off to the side here, you see how he gets hit? Let me pull that back, do it again. The mud comes off the right side, and it hits the vehicle on the side, and it actually broke his windows, is what it did. And all you're going to do, because you're looking forward, you're not looking sideways, you're going to go, what was that? Now this one, a tree comes down. Look at this. Zoom, boom. So not only are you driving and looking for cars, people, keeping your distance, you're looking for this mud to come down flying. Or a tree to drop on you. And any of this can happen at any time. Okay? Now, in my videos long ago, I had a video of me walking down the stones here. Okay, with my dog. This here, all this stone, okay? This stone, how do I explain this? Over here is a river going off to the side. And this is designed where when the water rises, it comes into this stone. Anything you see like this log here, this was left behind, is what this was. Now, what I want you to notice, look behind me. You see all these trees? You don't see any real big ones, do you? And how they're all twisted. And then where it opens up, where the sunlight is, there's a big river there. All right? Now, this section of land, I cannot go in there when there's going to be storms coming. All right? I can't. I really have to be aware of what's going on. Now, if I get, say, nice days for a week, then I have nothing to worry about. I can go in there, I can camp, do whatever I want, right? Well, fall time we get a little more rain. I have to be aware of my weather. Because literally all that gravel you see there, all this literally gets flooded. And there's actually a hill that goes up here. This is to prevent the town from getting flooded. So the water comes out of the river when it's on the rise or when they open the dams, and literally this is gone. The water will go right over my head. And if I was camping in there at the time when they open the dams, then I'm a done deal, right? So you have to be aware of what's going on. You know, you hear people say willow makers. You have to be aware of when you set up your tent, your hammock, whatever, and look at trees. You could have a perfect, healthy tree, and people say, oh, I can camp there. But if you didn't take the time to get off your lazy ass and walk over there and press on the ground with your feet to see how weak, how weak that soil is, that tree could very well come down on top of you, is what it could do. And that's the scary part. It's not about gear when you go out. Now, you got a beautiful summer day like that, 80 Fahrenheit, 26 Celsius. I mean, you probably don't have to worry about it. But as you get closer to fall like it is now, we get a lot of rain here in Tennessee. The soil starts to weaken. Everything is not as strong. You have to be very, very aware of your environment. Whether you're camping winter, whether you're camping fall, summer, it is very important. When you decide to set up a tent, you just can't walk over and say, oh, okay, we're going to camp here. You can't do that. You really have to spend a good 15 minutes asking yourself, why am I camping here? Because I'm too lazy? Or am I camping here because this looks like a very good, safe spot? And that's very important. So don't be foolish when you're backpacking, getting out, bugging out, because this can happen anytime. And you want to be aware of what's around you, the sounds. I mean, this situation really is not too bad, and you could get out of it. Okay, so if all of a sudden you heard cracking and you just immediately ran, you didn't even stop to look, you don't want to know what it is, you heard cracking, you just run. And that's all there is to it. You would probably get out of this situation. Okay? But this one over here, forget it. It's going too fast. You should have been walking up here on the ridge. You shouldn't have been walking down inside this gully, because that just got you killed. So, really, if you're in a situation where you have to bug out, get home, whatever, it's raining, it's horrible weather, stop worrying about being cold. Really be aware of your environment and what's around you. And you just might be able to get your ass home alive. But if you're ignoring what's going on, you're not going to make it. That's for sure.